Ah, fuck. Yo, early in the morning, dog. But we're here. We're here.
I'm sorry. It'd be okay.
Jay's a little busy.
Let me get my.
He's fixing his eyes.
I'm fixing that.
He's fixing his glasses. He does not want you to see the deadness in his eyes. He's a little dead inside. Well, I got no glasses, dog. Look at this. I'm looking straight at you, right at
You
you.
said you were gonna wear your shades.
I know, right? I did, and my wife did remind me. She's like, "Yo, you're gonna wear your glasses?"
Too late now.
I said, "Fuck that shit. I want you to see the dead inside me, cause I'm dead."
Hold on. Yeah.
Yo, welcome to Bridging the Gap.
Looking like a chip off the old block.
You know, as my man right here is fixing himself.
Yeah.
It's not like we didn't have an hour to fucking get this shit done before this.
Sure, I was helping you out.
Helping me out.
I was helping you out.
Okay. Well, you know, guys,
Yeah.
we apologize that we didn't, bring a show last week. I was on vacation, a little R&R, and couldn't record.
Little HIPAA.
Yeah. But we're here now, man. So
Yeah.
we're gonna go hard. We're gonna give the best show we possibly can.
Yeah.
And I hope that you guys truly enjoy.
Follow us on Bridging the Gap. Exactly how it's spelled in the beginning title of this video. Bridging the Gap. BRIDGINDAGAP official on TikTok and Instagram. And it's Bridging the Gap
Official.
podcast.
I think you have official, right?
No, wait, on what? What were you going to say? On YouTube?
Nah, on Instagram, dog.
Oh, yeah, that's what I just said. On IG and TikTok.
Yeah, but it says Bridging the Gap official.
That's what I just said.
Oh, okay. Fuck. Oh, okay. See, this is what happens when
When we
start.
record early? Yeah. He had 2 coffees and 3 cigarettes, bro, and he's still not up. That's crazy, bro.
No. Why you putting my
Is that
business
HIPAA?
out there?
Is that HIPAA?
Yeah,
I don't
dog.
think that's HIPAA.
You violated my shit,
It's
dog.
not HIPAA. Yo, turn me up. I think I'm a little low. I feel a little low. I sounded a little low in my headphones.
Headphones or like mic?
In my in the like on the mic. There you go. There. All right, I'm peeking. There you go. No, this is perfect. Okay. Whoa.
Yo, so we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Oh yeah. Like and subscribe. Bridging the Gap.
And not
Spotify.
only subscribe, share this.
Share this.
Please share this.
Like it. Comment. We've been asking all you viewers, all 1.5 of you. We went from 2 to 1.5. Our numbers are not great. It's because we missed the episode last week.
That's true. But you know what? Fuck it. We're here. Like I said, we're gonna go hard. And before we really get started on the show, Jay, I gotta say this to you, dog. I was on vacation last week. Share with you guys. I was on a cruise, and we had the best fucking time in the world, dog.
Yeah.
Can't complain. Well, yes, I can complain, but it's. I'm gonna tell you what it is.
We'll get there.
So, so this is a new section. No, the segment.
There you go.
There you go. Fuck, yo. It's a new segment. We're gonna call it the "Fuck You Corner," FUC, and we're just gonna rant every so often about shit that we're mad about. And I'm gonna tell you what I'm mad about. So people, if the 2.5 people that are watching, or 1.5, if you're walking in a crowd and there's a bunch of fucking people, don't fucking stop in the middle, dog, to talk to somebody. You're ruining the fucking flow of the traffic of the walking. Like, what is it so important that you got to stop, interrupt everybody else's walking while you motherfucker want to talk about something? I'm so frustrated, dog. Like, when you're in a cruise, there's a lot of people. There's walking everywhere. And you always had these motherfuckers that would just stop dead ass in the middle of the fucking hall, the middle of the walkway, just to talk. Why? You motherfuckers.
Why not walk and talk, bitch?
Or get to the side, dog. There's sides. You get to the side, let the flow of traffic keep going, and then that's it. Don't stop in the middle and look around like an asshole. All right. Anyways, that's one. And I got one more because this one really fucking riled me up. As you guys may or may not know, I'm a DJ. I'm all right. I'm not going to toot my own horn. Just, If you want to see how I do, go follow my Mixcloud, official DJ Leo. Go listen to my mixes.
Follow.
And then you see if I'm good or not. You make up your own opinion. I'm not going to make that for you. But we went to Latin Hour at the club in the cruise. We were excited. We're like, yo, we're about to listen to some good music, have some drinks, we're going to party.
Yeah.
When we get there, all right, first song, this guy's playing Celia Cruz. All right, whatever. We didn't think nothing of it. And then all of a sudden, this motherfucker just lowers the song and puts one on another one. Like, he didn't even fucking mix it. He just stopped the one song and played the next one. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay, that's odd. All right, whatever. DJs fuck up every so often. I do it myself. Let's give him a pass. He does it a second time. And then I'm like, this motherfucker is not DJing.
This motherfucker doing a playlist right now.
This motherfucker might as well be Spotify, yo. And guess what?
This motherfucker just got an aux cord.
That's it.
He connected a Bluetooth speaker.
And then, come to find out, this motherfucker is Australian.
Oh my God.
And all he did for the Latin Hour was he played 3 artists. He played Daddy Yankee, Celia Cruz, and Mark Anthony. I'm like, what the fuck kind of fucking playlist do you have?
What the fuck?
Yo, I was so pissed. I swear the whole hour I was just fucking pissed. Mad as a motherfucker. Because people would, because he was putting the bangers of each of these, So he was putting the Daddy Yankee bangers. He was putting the Celia Cruz bangers, the Mark Anthony. Mm-hmm. So people would get hype. They would go to the dance floor, dance, and then all of a sudden, he lowers the volume to go ahead and play another song.
That's what I do, like when I'm in the car and I'm trying to be a DJ.
Yo, you don't understand. Like, people would fucking just leave the dance floor. Like, straight up just leave up the dance floor.
That wasn't the disco. That was the Dique.
Yeah.
Dique fucking Latin night.
Dude, it was so bad. And then, fortunately, right after Latin night, they had R&B and hip hop night. And this motherfucker, the DJ that came through, fire.
Different DJ?
Different DJ.
Okay.
This guy was a fucking beast. He had that whole club just pumping. By the way, it was a fucking Wednesday afternoon.
Did they
Wednesday
play Pump
evening.
It Up?
No, because he was doing, that day was 80s night, so he started like with the good oldies.
A hip, a hop, the hip.
Of course. And then he kind of transitioned all the way to 2025. So he kind of took us on this journey of music.
Oh, shit. That's fire. That's kind of lit.
Dude,
that's kind of lit.
He was on fire. Let me tell you something. Like, the dance floor, you couldn't fit any more people. That's how packed it was. And that's how it should be. Yo, if you're a DJ, your whole point is to keep... And then nobody was stopping because he was keep going from one to another to another to another.
Yeah.
Anyways...
But fuck that Australian guy. If you're listening.
Fuck you.
If you're one of the half, you're the half viewer.
DJ C Major. I'm going to put you out by
name.
Oh
my God. You really did that.
Fuck you.
I'm going to have to, nah. Oh my God. You did, that's his actual.
Yeah, that's his.
Oh my God. Go follow him.
Go follow his ass.
Don't harass him because we're not calling.
No. Don't harass him, but still go follow him and go listen to the, tragedy of music that he does.
The dog water.
Oh, man. Anyways. Let me get up my soapbox because I'm done. But
I got a fuck you corner. I was waiting for this. I was gonna wait for this a little bit, but I got something that happened yesterday, right, bro? I had to do Uber Eats.
All right.
Yesterday.
Checkers?
No. This is a little more pretentious, a little more annoying. Fucking right. Starbucks.
Oh.
All right. So I went to a fucking Starbucks, bro, and I'm looking at the parking lot where the directions are telling me, yo, you have to park and you have to go inside. Okay, so I'm like, sure, I'll do that. I'm looking at the whole parking lot, bro. Everything's packed. It's so packed that there's even cars double parked. Like, I can't even pass through. So I'm like, I'm not doing this. I'm going through the drive-through.
Oh.
Right? So I go through the drive-through. Right? I'm like behind this car and I'm like, I skip ahead of that car. I go around that because they're still doing an order.
Yeah.
Right, so I go ahead of that car, and I go to the window, and then there's this girl just like talking and sitting there, and I'm like looking at her, and like she's taking her sweet ass time. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm like, you probably got something to do. She finally gets to me, and I'm like, hey, like I'm here to pick up an order. And she's like, yeah. Like what you can do is just, go to find parking and then come inside. I'm like, yeah, I'm aware of that. And I'm like, but there is no parking out there. Like it's crazy out there. And she's like, yeah, but you're still going to have to do that. I'm like, is there no way that you can just go get the order for me? And just like, cause it's, you don't, yeah, and just bring it to me. Cause like, it's really crazy out there. And she's like, she looked at me, bro, and she sighed. And then she just closed the window and said, okay, let me see what I can do.
Oof.
Bro, I'm like, bro, you're not fucking like air traffic control, bitch. You're fucking working the drive-through at Starbucks. You can get your heavy ass fucking fat feet and walk your fucking bitch ass over to get the fucking order.
Tell me how you feel.
Be a fucking kind person. You're just working the drive-through, bitch. You don't got an important job. Just be a fucking kind person.
Damn.
Fucking bitch.
Wow.
That's how I feel about that. But, I just had to get that off because it's just common courtesy, bro. If I'm telling you, like, that there's no parking out there, man, just be a kind person and walk your ass. What does it cost you to walk to the counter where they keep the stuff?
It's policy, though.
Policy. You know what this bitch said? Yeah, you have to walk in because they have to hand it to you. Bitch, you could hand it to me. What the fuck? Like,
aren't you gonna hand it to me? How are you gonna give it to me, bitch?
Yeah, bitch, I see you have hands. You're counting money. You're taking orders. Like, you have hands. You could hand it to me, bitch. You could feed it to me. I don't care. Like, hand it over with your feet. I don't care. Just hand it over to me.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, bro. And it's just my rant is about like pretentious ass, like fucking annoying ass Starbucks workers.
Damn. Hey, I guess
that's why I don't get my coffee there.
Yeah, I guess if you're working at Starbucks, you're a little pretentious.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, but then again, people need jobs. Sometimes you may not be, but if you're being a dick about just passing an order, you're not doing anything anyways, yo. What the fuck? You could just walk. They have a fucking, pickup order location there. You just walk to that location, get the fucking name, and hand it. What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. That's how I felt. So, you know what? And then I said, thank you. Have a good day. She was like, yeah. And I was like, you fucking bitch. I drove off, bro. Bro, I was so tight. I was so mad, bro.
You tight still now?
And yeah, hell yeah, bro. That shit just happened yesterday. And I was like, you know what? As soon as that shit happened, I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk about it on the podcast.
Of course.
Bro, and my back was hurting, bro. I got a muscle spasm like Tuesday of this week, bro. Yeah, it was not.
You were crying on your girl's shoulders again?
During? Nah. I just, bro, I don't even want to talk about it. It makes me sound so fucking old, bro. I sneezed incorrectly, bro.
I've been there.
And then it just fucking fucked my back up, man. But you know what? The thing I did different, because this has happened to me before. The thing I did different was I immediately started stretching, and I started like moving up and down and shit. And I immediately went to the urgent care and got that injection.
The cortisone?
Yeah, right. It's on your ass cheek, man. What can I say, bro? Hey. Fucking nurse had to.
Was it a big black dude?
No. It wasn't a dude. Thankfully, bro. That would have been uncomfortable. That would have been super uncomfortable. Yeah, bro. So I had to take that shot. They gave me medication. I still got my medication. You see the pill bottle right here.
You can't see it, though.
But you see it.
I see it, bitch.
You see it.
Yeah, but they don't see it.
They don't see it. HIPAA.
You want to show the label too?
That's what we're gonna name this episode. HIPAA. But
yeah,
bro. But I'm good now. I kept moving around, and I'm like good now. I woke up perfectly fine today. Well, I wouldn't say perfectly fine. Yeah. I woke up a lot less like stiffer.
Oh, boss.
Resume.
He's less stiff,
bro.
You might need some different type of pills.
I don't know why I said stiffer. I was like, that shit sounds like Stifler, and I was like, that doesn't sound right.
You might need some different kind of pills if you're not a stiff anymore.
Bro, you know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
you're funny. You're funny. I wanted to ask you, bro. Why when you sometimes when you tell stories, you tell them like you're doing ASMR, like you go
Like,
like
really low?
Yeah, you
Oh,
go like
shit.
this.
You know what it
And
is?
then-
Motherfuckers like this.
Ew, bro. I don't like how that shit sounded in my headphones, bro. I felt. I
It's
don't
all right.
know, bro.
You're not as stiff anymore.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm not a. Yeah, but like my dick went inside me, bro. Like
oh, damn! You fucking yourself?
no, like it just
It's-
inverted.
You got
Like
it.
it's just dick skin now. like
What the fuck?
it's just dick skin now. It's like my dick is gone, bro. That's how softy made me. Anyways,
Oh.
welcome to Bridgin the Gap, bro. It's been yeah, we're
just talking shit.
we're just talking shit, bro.
Damn.
But yo, the cruise was good. The
Cruise was
good.
amazing, dog. We had a great fucking
Where'd
time.
you guys end up like getting off on? Not don't tell me what you guys were getting off on. Yeah.
Yo, that's your sister.
What places did you get off at? There you go. That's what I meant to say.
Okay, what place we made port?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I don't know. I've never been on a fucking cruise.
You
bro.
should, dog. It's addictive. It's addictive. You get food everywhere. You got a bunch of stuff going
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
It's addictive, dog. No, yeah. So we ended up going to Turks and Caicos.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful, beautiful island.
Nice.
Beautiful island. Then we went to the private beach.
How long
for the
were you
cruise.
at Turks for? Like how long?
Just
did you
a
guys
day.
usually-
Just a day. It was a short cruise. It was 5 days. So they don't. Unfortunately, from Miami to Turks and Caicos, it does take about a day and a half to get there.
So that's part of the 5 days getting there. Gotcha.
And then
but
from-
you were doing stuff on the cruise.
Of course, yeah.
What were you doing on the cruise? Like on the way there, drinking. I know drinking is number one.
Casino number 2.
Casino is number 2. So you guys, hold on. Let me get this straight. You guys went on a boat to do what you guys do here.
Of course, but with the free food.
Free food.
Nah, but we went to different things. They had like a couples question game and stuff.
Oh shit. Okay,
and-
that's cute. You guys played?
No.
Oh, okay.
We don't-
I was gonna say
we
that
don't play
doesn't sound like
me.
Doesn't sound like you guys.
So there's stuff like trivia and shit like that where you sit and there was a movie trivia, so we kind of did that.
That's fire.
Well, I got 5 out of 20 questions, so I sucked.
Like movie trivia. Like
Movie trivia.
All right.
They would say a quote of a movie, and then you're supposed to get the movie.
Yeah, quotes are hard because it's how you remember it, not really how the exact line goes.
And then okay, thanks for reminding me. All right, so they put the guy who was doing trivia was from Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay, the thickest motherfucking accent you can
Oh,
ever.
bro, thank God you said accent, bro. I thought you were gonna say this motherfucker was thick. You were gonna say he had the thickest ass. I was about to look at you
Oh,
differently.
Why
for
are you
the
thinking
rest of
about
my life.
men's asses? Just because,
Bro, because you like he had the thickest, and I was like, oh please. I was like, where you going with
Where-
this?
where am I going with this?
Yeah, I was like, what? And then you said accent. I was like, oh thank God.
I
He
can
had
breathe. I can breathe.
Okay.
Nah, listen.
What accent?
So he was from Brazil.
Oh, the Brazil.
So here's the problem. You're supposed to be
Brazil.
reading the fucking quotes,
Yeah.
and he couldn't say most of the words correctly. So then he would need help from the crowd to get the quote out. So of course, when you can't say the word correctly and we need to guess the fucking quote, it's going to be hard for us to guess the fucking quote.
What did you say a star was?
Listen, it was. Listen, I'm glad you tried. I'm glad you put yourself out there. You had to speak to a lot of people you didn't know. More power to you. But my guy, at least work on the quotes before you get there. I don't know. Get the quotes ahead. Start practicing them so when you're in front of people, you can say them a little better and you can actually know what the fuck you're gonna say. Because if I have to say that was it did make it difficult because a lot of times he would have to repeat the quote multiple times, even after people corrected what he wanted to say.
Yeah.
Then is when people started to see, oh, okay, now I get the quote. So yeah, but anyways, going back, so we mostly, we slept My wife and I decided that we're not gonna wake up early. We were not gonna do anything in the morning. Fuck that. So we slept late. By the time we woke up, most people already have had breakfast. So we kind of
Missed out on breakfast.
No, we didn't. We got there enough time, but we missed the crowds, which is important. In a cruise, when you go to eat, you're always gonna find lines if you go during the peak hours, right? So what we did is that we actually kind of timed it so we were always eating off hours. So that way we missed the crowds.
So on purpose, so you don't.
Correct. So that way we had less people there. So which worked out perfect. But when we had breakfast, there was less people.
Gotcha.
When we had lunch, there was less people. But anyways, we had we ate, we gambled, we drank, and then we got off of the at Turks and Caicos. Then we went to the private island, which was beautiful. And then we went to Nassau, and that's it. And then we came back home, and back to reality.
Went to NASA?
Nassau. Not NASA. Nassau. Bahamas.
Oh. Damn. Thought you guys.
I think it's not fucking culture,
I
though.
thought you guys became astronauts or something.
Yeah, we went to the fucking moon.
I was like, damn.
We went with
felt
SpaceX.
that G-force?
We went with
That
SpaceX.
G-force?
Yeah, man. We had a great time.
That Bezos spaceship?
Yeah, it looked like a big penis.
Whoa.
Hey, I didn't make the fucking ship.
The thickest.
The thickest, longest ship ever.
Hey,
Very
yo. Transition.
All right. Go ahead. Wow, that was awkward as fuck. If you have to say the word transition.
Yeah. Transition.
We're transitioning now.
Damn. Let me see what I have here. I have my phone. That's why they call the show Black Mirror, because of your phone. Because when you put it on lock, it's just black, but you can still see your reflection. That's why they call it Black Mirror.
We're always putting it on lock here, though.
What? We're always locked in?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yes.
that's why we're always putting on lock. That was corny.
Let me see.
I'm
Hold
sorry,
on.
people. I
Air traffic
apologize.
controller. Oh yeah, shout out to the truck drivers. My brother Ant,
Yeah.
he said, he's a truck driver. He said, yo, your best friends are going to be truck drivers because they got nothing else to do but listen to shit.
They've heard everything. So
Yeah.
your garbage could be.
Yeah, their shit, like they're looking for shit to listen to. So Ant's like, yo, bro, like when I'm driving, I turn this shit on. So
All right.
appreciate you, Ant. Shout out to the truck drivers as well.
Yeah.
Wherever you may be, hopefully we get more of you listening as well.
Of course. And share this shit with all your truck driver friends.
Yeah, and like and subscribe
True story.
and comment
Always.
and
Bridgin the
share
Gap official.
and share.
For real.
And if you go to Bridgin the Gap official on Instagram, you could actually go to our link tree, and then you could find all our other shit. And we made it so simple, so fucking simple. But speaking of cruising
And balls.
guess who's cruising through? I got nothing.
Wow.
Yo. So
That was bad.
all right, yeah. Cardi B. I've been listening to a lot of shit that Cardi B's been going through.
Okay.
I've been scrolling through social media, bro. And one of the things I saw is that Offset, he asked for spousal support.
Yo,
I'm kind of on his side on this, but I want to know how you feel.
All right, listen. Here's the thing. I think Offset's a little bitch.
Whoa, what?
I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to tell you why. The week before, we talked about a lot last pod.
Yeah.
He was in DR. He was doing him. He was doing the best. He living his best life. Cardi B saw
Living
it.
my best life.
Cardi B saw it, and she
did.
said, "Fuck you," and I'm gonna go with Stephon Diggs,
Damn.
and I'm gonna be posting pictures in a yacht
She's going to get dug out.
for sure.
Like it's the ninth inning.
Man, you don't even know. He's probably all up in there right now. Fuck camp.
That's crazy talking about. I respect Cardi B. That's crazy. You're objectifying women right now. I do not
Always.
stand with you, Leo.
We're sitting down.
That's true. I sit down with you. You're right.
Yeah, listen. So then he saw what Cardi B was doing. He got mad, and like a little bitch, he went and he's starting to ask for spousal support.
No.
Yo, if you're a celebrity, you're a rapper, allegedly, go fucking make your own money. Right?
Yeah, but go ahead.
By the way,
You could, but you're always gonna go make your own money no matter what.
the one that's primarily taking care of their kids.
Why
is
does
Cardi
the thumbs
B.
up keep coming up here, bro? Look,
Oh, you know why? It's because I have that shit.
stop putting your fucking thumbs up, bro.
Oh, wrong thumb.
All right, wrong thumb. That's
Wrong
not even
finger. So the Cardi B is the one who primarily takes care of their kids. 3 kids, I believe they have. So she's paying all the money. I mean, I don't know if he's helping, but if he's asking for spousal support, obviously, then he's not helping. So how about you just call it even, dog? She's taking care of your kids. She's paying all the money for them. Call it even and walk away. Stop being a bitch.
Nah, but you know what? There's a lifestyle that I'm accustomed to. We were married. You were making more money than I did. You know, I don't know the details of their, because marriage at the end of the day is a contract. So I don't know the details of their contract per se or their marriage agreement. But you know what? I would go for everything. And Offset probably makes less money than Cardi B does. So if we're going through a divorce and I got lawyers on my side, you got lawyers on your side. Yeah, one of the things that I'm going to request for is spousal support. You know, because you do make more money than I did. And a lot of the lifestyle that I'm accustomed to was provided by you.
All right, but let me ask you a question. This guy's supposed to be a thug.
Whoa, who said that?
What's up with his? Can you, if that was your boy, and you found that he was asking for spousal support, you wouldn't call him a bitch to his face?
No, I wouldn't call him a bitch.
What would you call him?
I'd call him maybe an opportunist to his face.
Okay. So you would call him a bitch behind his back?
I wouldn't call him a bitch. I wouldn't call him a bitch because you know why? Because you know what? Sometimes women want double standards when it's beneficial to them.
Okay.
But other times, when you want to be treated equally, that's when you want the double standards. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's when you want the double standards to be beneficial. But when I say, hey, when it's a man doing it, all of a sudden the man's supposed to be be the bigger person, go the righteous route, have some honor, not be a bitch per se. No, if it's the same situation and you want to be treated equally, hey, you make a lot more money than I do. I had a lifestyle I was accustomed to. Not only that, but I'm also we have shared custody of the kids. So I'm going to need some of that to be able to continue that lifestyle, especially when I have the kids.
Well, to be fair, it's alleged, because we weren't there, that he cheated on Cardi. And that's why, that he actually had a kid by another lady. Allegedly. And that's why they end up breaking up. So not only do you go fuck around, get somebody else pregnant, and now you want the woman you cheated on to pay you for fucking around and having a kid with someone else? If you would have just fucking not put your dick everywhere, you probably would have been with your wife.
That's a good point. But who's to say that's the primary and only reason as to why they're getting a divorce?
Yeah, but that was the main one. You know, I mean, I'm sure there was other issues because every relationship has issues, but
and that has to be in the agreement.
Well, I don't know. Do they have a prenup?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm
I mean, I'm sure
allegedly.
they do.
All of this is allegedly.
I'm sure they do because, they were both famous when they got with each other. So usually lawyers get involved, and I'm sure there was some sort of prenup. And because everybody was going to try to protect their assets. And of course, Cardi has some assets before getting with Offset.
Okay, all right. Enough of the pussyfooting around. You know. Can we talk like men?
Oh shit! All right, go ahead.
Can we talk like men?
Sometimes.
All right. That's true, bro. That's true. All right. Well, I'll get back to can we talk like men, but
Okay.
that's true because Christina was pressing me about some shit. She's like, oh, you do.
Whoa.
She was pressing me about some shit in the podcast.
Okay.
That I said last time, and then
You pussy out?
no. I doubled down on it,
Oh,
bro.
okay.
I had a funny story about that. I think I wrote it down. Fuck, I wish I remembered it right now.
What the? So you bring up a story that you don't forget?
Yeah, I know, bro. I had it. I was trying to, like when you when you have a thought, when you have a memory, and you're reaching for it, and just poof, like disappears. But let's talk like men, Leo.
All right, let's do it.
If you had, let's say you were in Offset's position,
Okay.
right? And then Cardi B was with Stephon Diggs, right? And then Cardi B, you're Offset, right? And then Cardi B takes your son, gets his hairstyle done just like her current man's.
Fuck.
And that's your son. Are you crashing out or not?
Oh,
Are you seeing red?
Oh, for sure.
You're seeing
For
fucking
sure.
red, bro.
For
I'm
sure.
showing up.
For sure.
I'm showing up. All right, that's what I'm talking about, bro.
Nah, listen.
Sometimes women don't know how to petty, bro. They don't know how to petty, man.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, and this goes to anybody. When couples are having problems, you should not involve the kids. Kids
Never.
should be off
Limits. Yep.
Period. Whatever issues you have with each other, that's you. That's grown folk shit. All right. For her to go and fucking get the same fucking braids as Stephon, that's a fucking dick move. And I would have. Oh man. By the way, I know these are celebrities. They got money, and sometimes when they got money, they won't do shit. Mm-hmm. But I would have thrown hands with Stephon.
You know how that would have.
You don't know. Just because he's a football player. Just because he's a football player doesn't mean he knows how to fight.
That's true, but I think if I'm a football player, I like my chances. I'm taking down like almost 300-pound men.
Nah, but he's a wide receiver. He's a diva. He's a bitch. Listen, I'm trying right now.
Damn, you calling everybody? Wait, hold on. So what you're trying to say is that Cardi B likes bitch men?
Apparently.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Leo, what are you saying right now, bro? This is a public platform, bro. All our 2 viewers are gonna go crazy right now.
We just lost one.
We just lost. It was a big Patriots.
Oh shit. Talking about Patriots fan.
Yeah.
Transition.
Oh, transition.
We're just gonna say that shit in the middle. That's the new one. We're just gonna say transition. You saw. I heard you were mentioning something about Dave Portnoy, and you also said he was a bitch.
Yo, whoa! You know what? I'm here to stand 10 toes down on this shit.
All right.
Dave Portnoy is a bitch, and let me explain why.
All right,
this is my fuck you corner in the middle.
Okay.
In the middle of the segment, bro. It's a segment within the segment.
Got
it's a segment.
Segway segment, whatever.
Segway segmentception. And all right, so this is my opinion of why Dave Portnoy is a bitch. So listen up and listen up good. Dave Portnoy, right? When I do my scroll throughs, right, I see that you make a lot of jokes on black people. Right? So you can make racist comments all in the name of comedy, right? But when somebody wants to talk about the Jewish people, or when they want to make Jewish jokes, all of a sudden you have a problem with it, and it's not in the name of comedy, and this should be off limits. Why? Because you think anti-Semitism is that's how you get anti-Semitism, by being the one group of people that you can't talk about. You know, hey, when you want to talk about comedy, bro, all playing ground is equal.
Yep.
Everybody gets it.
Yep.
That's why I like Andrew Schultz, because that's his premise. That's who he is as a person. Everybody gets it, from Indian to fucking Middle Eastern to fucking African to fucking Puerto Rican, whoever, anybody gets it, bro. And that's what the bottom line of comedy is and should be. And especially somebody who doesn't do stand up like that. Who does Dave Portnoy even have a special? I'm pretty sure he does stand up.
No, he's not a comic.
No, he's not a comic, but he does some open mics or something. No.
So he does a
All
lot.
All right, hold on. Let me finish up here.
Finish.
So, Dave Portnoy, now that I'm hearing you're not even a fucking comic or you never even fucking tried it, you're just sitting your ass behind a mic and then make racist jokes all for the sake of just getting them off. And then like getting your racism off and then fucking whitewashing it and like fucking it, calling it comedy. It's not fucking comedy. It's your way of getting your real thoughts off and then using comedy as a scapegoat. And that's what you do. And you're a fucking hypocrite if you try to ask people not to do the same thing about Jews. The Jewish community. Is Jews bad? Anyways, I don't give a fuck. Dave Portnoy, you're a fucking bitch, and I stand 10 toes down on that. If I see you, I'm slapping you with a fucking pizza.
Oh, one bite, everybody knows the rules.
Everybody knows the rules.
Listen, I agree with you 110%. Dave Portnoy, you're a bitch. And I'm going to say this. You're kind of coming out to it now, but I used to follow him. I actually thought, damn, this is guy who built a company like what we want to build from nothing. More power to you. You did that. Took you 10 years to make your first million. I applaud you. But it's 100% correct. By the way, if you go follow the Barstool app, don't follow it. Just go look at it. Tell me if you see diversity. Tell me how many people of color or people of any other race do you see other than white in his companies?
I'll tell you his DEIs.
Just one.
Gillian Wallow.
Yeah.
Are they even a part of Barstool anymore?
Yeah, technically they are. They're still owned by Barstool. They're sort of independent, but they're under the Barstool umbrella. They get paid. But here's what. If you see no diversity, it's because that's what you want. You think that that's the best race. And I don't care what you say, your actions speak a hell of a lot louder than your words. You want to make jokes about other races. Then when people make jokes about your religion, then there's a problem. But yet you don't surround yourself with any diversity to understand what diversity is. So you're a bitch. You might be a millionaire bitch, but you're still a bitch.
You're still a bitch, Dave Portnoy. I don't care what anybody says. And, it doesn't take away from what he's done as a businessman, which is to be respected and kind of like emulated.
And you know what? I'm sorry to stop you.
Go ahead.
I'm going to double down. I'm going to take this clip.
Double bitch.
I'm going to take this clip and I'm going to DM that shit to that bitch.
Oh, shit. Yo, yes, thank you. Finally, this is what I've been waiting for. Leo got dressed and he grew a set of balls, bro. He finally got dressed. He finally had some shit on and he grew a set of balls. That's what I'm talking about. So what
happens when you have a whole week in a cruise.
Let your balls build up, right?
No, they were loose. Walking naked in the room the whole time.
That's nice.
Nice. I just painted a fucking beautiful picture.
Yeah, that's a beautiful. Bro, yeah. Dave Portnoy, you're a bitch.
All right. I agree.
And according to Leo, I'm not saying this, just official DJ Leo, Stefan Diggs, and Offset, you guys are bitches.
Seal of approval.
Yeah.
So, transition?
Not gonna lie, we're kind of bitches too, but not in the same way. Because everybody gets these jokes, bro.
Yeah. Listen, Offset, Stefan, if I see you in the street, I'm gonna say what's up.
Yeah, I'm
gonna try to take a picture.
I'm gonna, instead of standing 10 toes down, I'm not gonna stand.
Nah,
I'm gonna levitate 10 toes up. It's like pause. Is that a pause? 10 toes up. Whoa. Hey.
He's gonna eat you out.
No.
He's gonna eat your salad box. What the fuck?
Yo, that was crazy. Transition. Transition. Why is that shit so low, Leo?
All right, how about now?
Next time, I swear to God, next time somebody knocks on that door and it's nobody we know, I'm saying we're recording. We are recording a podcast.
Nah, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
recording in session.
I'm gonna take this mic, just fucking put it up there and record everything they're fucking saying.
That's true.
So that way we're gonna be
That's
like,
true. That's a possibility.
If you don't want to be on camera, you don't want to be heard, shut the fuck up and get away.
We don't gotta be. Oh, actually, we do gotta be assholes about it because sometimes that's fun and that makes great content.
And we are trying to build a brand here. Okay. You're fucking with our brand to fucking ask me if I want my fucking driveway water pressured. Fuck you.
Fuck you, bro. You piece of shit trying to help me out.
And then, yo,
trying to make money to feed your family, you fucking asshole.
Here's the problem, though.
Like we are.
It was the knock, though. I think what really got me.
It was a little like Fed, right? It was a little federale. It was a federale knock for sure.
I was like, I'm getting robbed. I was like, I don't know what's happening, but that shit was aggressive.
That was a little aggressive. That would have been crazy if we got robbed on the second. I would have quit this podcast. I would have been like, yo, bro, it's a sign. We're not meant to do this. This is the second episode, bro, and this is happening, bro. They took all of our shit.
Actually, that might have been good if we would have caught that, because we would have been recording and we would have been able to put it in the pod.
How? Without all the equipment that just got robbed?
Because this shit uploads to the cloud.
This shit, how would it upload to the... Well, before we give the stuff away, I'm pretty sure, I hope you would have given it to the cloud.
Oh, I don't give it to the cloud.
I mean, who's the cloud, bro? It's not gay. It's just a cloud. It's a digital cloud. Transition.
Yo, I kind of wanted to talk. I sent you this video.
Oh yeah, you did send me that video. That was a good jerk off material.
Oh, whoa.
For about a day and a half.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Don't know where to go from there, but transition. So I sent you a video. J-Lo was performing at the AMAs.
Yeah.
And right at the beginning of her fucking set, she kissed a guy, guy dancer, and then she kissed a girl, one of her backup dancers. That was a female.
Yeah.
And I felt sad. I felt sad. You know why?
I felt hard.
Oh, but I thought you were less stiff. No. Okay.
Anyways.
I felt sad because this is a 50-something-year-old woman, right? Has two teenage kids.
She does.
And
all of that is true.
Just recently divorced again. And you're trying to get this clout by kissing two people at the beginning of your performance. And I was like, damn. That's when you've sank to the bottom. When you have to create your own controversy.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yo.
Yeah.
J-Lo's never been I've never been a super fan of J-Lo. She's had a couple of hits, whatever. Of course, I've been a fan of that ass. But my wife might be watching, so I'm not a fan of that ass. I'm not. Although I am a fan of that ass, though. Anyways.
I neither I plead the fifth. I neither confirm nor deny how I
because
feel about
people
that.
May or may not be watching him.
Yeah. But who knows? We're like later into the podcast and women and their attention span.
They only heard the first 5 minutes. That shit was funny. We're like, oh damn, that pod funny as fuck, yo. The first 5 minutes.
Yeah, you guys killed it, and they only watched like 8 minutes of it. You guys killed it. I loved it. It was like 8 minutes.
Or skim right through it.
And then all their feedback of it is just like those 8 minutes of the podcast is like, wow.
That's why we gotta save all the bad jokes, all the bad shit towards the end.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, we're gonna get fucking canceled. That's why this is a bro pod.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we just shit on women, but we love you, women. It's not because we don't love you. We love you so much that this is where we come out and get our little frustration because you fucking make us crazy.
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, bro, I'm just like everything that I go through, I just like let it go on the pod. I'm just like, everything that I feel, I just let it out here, and I feel so much better afterwards.
This is our therapy.
Yeah.
We just talk about anything. Anyways, going back to J-Lo.
No, I didn't feel, well, I just saw the video.
Okay.
I know, like, immediately I thought, hey, marketing plan, marketing scheme. I'm going to kiss 2 girls. I'm going to kiss a guy. I'm going to kiss my dancers. You know, I'm performing at the AMAs. I'm in this broadcasted award show. You know, not only that, but social media is going to take this and make it go crazy by itself. I don't even have to do anything. I don't even have to hire people to create this moment, to make this moment viral for me. This moment is just going to go viral by itself. And I think that's what she wanted, and that's not what she got, because it's not a big deal. The problem is that the last people to realize they're relevant are the people themselves.
Yep.
You know, it's just like, and not to say that J-Lo's irrelevant, because I think she just needs to do what's rightfully. I think she needs to go along with what looks good for her age, and I feel like kissing your dancers at almost like 60 years old, like pushing 60, like I don't think is sexy anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, that maybe 20 years ago, for sure would have been super hot, super sexy. I wouldn't have known, because 20 years ago I was fucking 10. For sure. But I still probably as a kid would have thought, hey, this is kind of like lit. J-Lo did that shit. It would have been a cool thing probably. But now it's, yeah, like you said, it's looking a little more on the depressed side, because it's like, damn, J-Lo really out here trying to do that for clicks and views. But you never know. She may have something coming out.
And that's exactly it. You just took the words out of my mouth. I told my wife, I was like, she has an album coming out. This is to set up people talking about her, because she's about to release a single or release an album, and she needs to be in people's minds before the album comes out. Yeah. So we're aligned, because I literally said the same thing. But I still felt like you said, 20 years ago, shit, that would have been, touching yourself material kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
But now it's just like, damn, grandma, relax.
Yeah, grandma. Yeah, you're out here wilding with your like old ass, sexy ass body, bro.
Damn, yeah. Fuck.
Like, fuck, relax, bro. Like, this isn't 20 years ago, you know.
And if you want to do that, OnlyFans,
and
dog.
I think it was even weird when Madonna and Britney Spears did it, because I remember as a kid.
Aguilera,
yeah. Well, hold on. Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera, that was different. But Madonna kissing anybody has always looked weird to me. Like, she looks like it's like she looks like
Alien.
Yeah, she looks like she'll like when you guys are making out, like she does this weird thing where she like puts her tongue on your gums, like, you know. Like, she looks like, oh, like, what'd you just do to me? That's what she like. She looks like she kisses a weird way. Like, she's Madonna, so she had to find this abstract way where her kiss becomes memorable, and I think it becomes memorable in a very not good way. Damn. Like, have you ever seen like Madonna kiss Drake?
Nah.
Pull up the clip of Madonna not kissing or kissing Drake.
We'll try to put it post-production.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
So
he's a post-producer.
So there's this clip of Madonna kissing Drake, and Drake right afterwards, he's like, what the fuck was that? Like, he looked disgusted as fuck. So that's why I say that. And I don't know, it felt like Britney Spears didn't like that shit either. So even when Madonna did it, it wasn't sexy. So I feel like that's where J-Lo is at. That post prime Madonna era, that I'm a diva, I'm a pop star, but I'm really not, because I'm an old ass grandma. You know, I'm closer to being a grandma than I am to being a diva. You know, like, grandma's like 10 years from now. Your diva times are like 15 years ago.
And that's the thing. I mean, listen, I think this. I'm in my 40s now, and I think it's something when the older you get, you don't realize you're old. You know, there's certain things I still want to do now that I think, I can do. And then my body says, yeah, no, you can't. You can't. Yeah. Don't even try. So I guess, sometimes, she's in her 50s. She might still think, I still look good. I'm going to do shit that I did in my 30s. But, you're in your 50s, fucking act that way. Yo, can you imagine if you were her kids and you had to go to school the next day?
So your mom kissed a girl
And a guy.
and a guy and another girl at the same time.
Oh my God.
Is your mom a whore?
Yes.
Old whore.
Yeah, but she's been passed around like a blunt.
Back and forth. It's like when you hit up your homeboys, but it's like two of your closest homeboys, and y'all just hit that blunt back and forth. But it's only three of you.
Yeah.
It's Ben Affleck, Mark Anthony, and Diddy.
Nah, she had
and
two.
The dancer.
The dancer she was married to. No,
That's
but
it.
she had a marriage before that too. Before she
Another
got big.
dancer?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I was just like fucking around.
No. So she had a dancer, which the divorce ended up, bad. Then she went and she dated Ben Affleck. Then she dated Diddy. Then she went to Mark Anthony. Then she went to that dancer that she was with for a little bit that was way too young for her. And then she went back to Ben Affleck.
Yeah, do women ever think maybe I'm the problem?
Yeah. Listen.
No.
Here's the,
Is that what you're trying to say, Lee?
What I'm saying is, it's only so much a beautiful woman can get.
Yeah.
The beautiful woman is gonna get the man, but if you have a shitty personality, like they say that she does, is alleged that she has a shitty personality, and actually, there is things that have been said about her and her mother that they both have a very shitty personality. I don't know if it's true. I've never met the woman, but if we're putting all these things of all these men that have been willing to be with her and then just all of a sudden either cheated on her or broken up with her,
Yeah.
then at what point is her? When are we going to not blame the guys and we're going to blame her? She has more rings than Thanos.
That's facts.
For sure.
That's facts. You know what? We're all up in women's clitorises right now. Like, we're all woman's business. And rightfully so. Because she did that crazy, stupid shit. But, like, we talk a lot of shit, but she's always like a hit away. She is always a hit away because, I don't know. She released like one not too long ago, within probably the last 5 years. That was crazy. So she's always like one hit away from being relevant again, or one role away, one documentary away from just, being J-Lo at the top again. But, just doing that seems a little out of character. That's what it is. It's out of character. And when you do something out of character, it just looks away, and it doesn't feel genuine, and it feels forced, and it feels like a rollout.
Yeah.
And that's what that was. But speaking of somebody who on the opposite side, who they've performed together, who's aging gracefully, I want to give a shout out to Shakira.
Oh.
Yeah, Shakira.
She's single now.
She's single now. It's funny because me and Shakira have history. When I was like in 5th grade, yeah, I went to Premios Juventud, bro. Right? And I was like in the audience. And then Shakira was there.
She touched you?
I kissed her.
What?
Yeah, on the cheek.
Oh.
Yeah, like I went in and then she went, mwah. I was like, oh my God. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like a 5th grade kid, So I think that's why she did it. But she was so short, and that was her. That was Shakira. It was crazy. They were on the red carpet. I saw like Alfred Molina, the soccer announcer.
Yeah.
And I saw Daddy Yankee. Yeah, crazy ass time. I touched Daddy Yankee's watch because I seen it on a magazine. No, his watch. No, listen.
Whoa.
I was a 5th. Can I fucking explain myself,
Gotcha.
bro?
Go ahead.
Can I fucking explain?
Why are you touching that Yankee?
No, I touched his watch, and his
Chain?
his chain, because I had a rap magazine, a reggaeton magazine, where they broke down all the rappers' chains, and then the one that he was wearing was the one I saw in the magazine. So I was like, I want to touch that like $20,000 chain and then like $50,000 watch, bro. And I was like, boom, boom, boom.
You're lucky you were a 5th grader.
And
if you would have been an adult, that security guard would have fucking beat.
There was no
shit.
security guard. It was
What?
a different time, bro. This was 2005.
Okay.
It was a different time. So yeah, it was amazing, bro. It was a wild time, and I was so starstruck.
Bro.
Yeah, but I was so starstruck, bro, that Daddy Yankee and me like locked eyes, and we were looking at him, and I was trying to say something. I wanted to shake his hand or something, but I was just like,
So who you get harder for?
Daddy Yankee or Shakira? Damn, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it was probably the same, bro. It was probably the same. I was probably a little harder for Shakira, but no, it was Daddy Yankee was a close second, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That chain really did it for me.
I gotta be yours for the chain, Daddy.
Nah, but I was starstruck because you got to think about, I'm a fifth grader. At that time, I was riding with Wilson a lot in the red Honda Civic.
Red Honda Civic.
In the red Honda Civic, what he used to blare a lot was
Barrio
Fino.
Fino.
Yes, you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
So when I used to listen to these songs all the time. I bought my own Barrio Fino. So it was like Daddy Yankee had like a big like. So now to see him in front of me was a whole like mind fuck. And it was one of those many moments where like I had those a lot where I'm like, bro, I listened to you a lot and now you're like here. Like one time Wale was at the Sea Caucus LA Fitness where I used to work at. And we have a viral video on LA Fitness because we did some racist shit. The fucking front desk girl, she fucking kicked these two black gentlemen out because she thought they were like there without a pass, and one of them was a member and the other one was his guest. And then she fucked up and she got fired for doing that shit. Yeah, because she called the cops and everything. She fucking exaggerated it. And then they had her on film. And then if you look up this situation, you can see me in the background. I'm working sales, right? And then I see the fucking the fucking dude filming. He's filming the guy who's in his face, the manager of the front desk girl.
Yeah.
He's filming that. They both got fired. He's filming that dude. And then you see me in the background like that. And then he pans away and pans back at me. And then I'm like heading off. Like I'm walking away from camera angle, bro. It's the funniest shit.
Get the fuck out of here.
So yeah, I saw Wale at that Sea Caucus gym. So it was crazy because I shook his hand and everything. And I've always been running into stars like that. How do we get here? Oh yeah, Shakira. We were shouting out Shakira.
Damn.
Yeah,
Squirrel.
Yeah. Fucking ADHD. No, but Shakira. No, I like to shout out because she's somebody who like I've listened to like pop radio, Amazon, Latin stations at work because of the people who I work with, and she comes out a lot with her singles and her hits and shit. And I'm like, bro, she's had a career because she also had like I'm just thinking.
Well, she had the Spanish career first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then she did the transition.
Even the Spanish career
was very long, and it's
the Spanish rock shit that she did, bro. Like
the thing with Shakira is that she was able to go away for a long time. I think it was 10 years or 15 years, whatever time she was with Piqué. And
yeah.
And then the best thing Piqué could have done for her was cheated on her.
Break her heart. Yeah, break her.
Yo, he actually renewed her career. So I think if every year for the anniversary of her finding out that he cheated, she should just send him something.
That's funny.
She should just fucking
fucked up.
But she should. She like some I don't know, like a watch, like a Casio or something.
A Casio. Hey, Casios are good, bro. Hey, hold on. What are you talking about, bro? I got a fucking Casio on.
Hey, that's what she says in the song. I don't know. So I'm just saying.
Oh, that's what she says in the song?
Yeah, yeah. So every year she should send him a Casio. And
oh yeah, she said that he's a Casio, not a Rolex or something like that. Yeah.
So I think every year, that year that he cheated, she should send him a different Casio just as a thank you, because she is making stupid money. She is relevant again. People are loving her music. So if one bad thing caused her career to be renewed forever.
No, you know what? That's called taking your lemons and making lemonade for sure. Yeah. For sure.
She made a pie, lemon pie.
Lemon pie. She made all types of lemon products, bro. She made lemon cleaner. Yeah. She made lemon pine salt, bro.
For sure.
Like all the stuff, bro. Margarita, everything, man.
Oh, that's the better one. Margarita.
Yeah, dude. And I just wanted to say that's like the opposite of J-Lo, because Shakira is somebody who never gets out of character. She's never gotten out of character. She's always stayed in her lane and even this drama, she's taken that, spun it, created content out of it, which is her music, and like fucking reshot her up, and that she's always done that.
Yep.
You know, and I'm just thinking about, like, bro, I was 5 years old. My sister listened to Shakira. Shakira was all over the place. I was 15 years old. I heard her in the World Cup. She was still around.
Yep.
Bro, I'm 30 years old, and I'm still listening to Shakira's new shit.
And she's still looking fine as ever.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that was a hesitation. All right, Christine, I need you to stop watching. I need you to stop watching so he can be serious.
I said J-Lo's fine as shit, but Shakira, she's not my type.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not my type, but she is beautiful. She's gracefully aged. I'll say that.
Okay.
She's gracefully aged.
I just want to see if she dances the same way.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was gonna say, bro. I was watching a post my friend put up because he went to the concert.
Okay.
Right, and like he's a big fan.
Bitch.
Like he's gay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why.
Okay.
So,
acceptable.
Yeah, it's acceptable. Yeah. Imagine he was like a straight ass friend. He's like, yo, bro, I went to watch Shakira, yo.
I was front center.
I was like, all right, bitch ass.
Where's your closet?
Did you wear your tampon there too?
Where's your closet?
Not for real, yeah. Did you stay inside it?
What the fuck? All
right.
Damn. Yo, we are definitely trying to get canceled, huh?
Oh yeah, this is the cancel episode. Yeah, this episode is gonna be called "You're a Bitch." I finally.
Oh, I thought it was HIPAA. HIPAA bitch.
HIPAA bitch. You're my HIPAA bitch. No, but yo, what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was gonna say she was dancing.
Okay.
And it didn't look as graceful. Like it looked like some joints needed some WD-40. You feel me? Like that's she was moving like that a little bit. Like, you know, her age is finally like catching up to her. That's what I'm saying. She's 50 years. What is she? She's
like 44, 45, dog.
All right, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. LeBron's age is catching up to him. Like
he's my age.
Your age is catching up to you. It's catching up to everybody, bro.
Yep.
I threw my back out. My knees just cracked. Speaking about age, you know, it's a wild time, bro.
Yo, now I'm glad you bring up LeBron because you know.
Oh, no, hold on. My bad. Let's not transition.
Oh, let's not. Okay.
That was a great transition. Speaking about LeBron, fuck it. Transition. I'll get to it.
Transition. What the fuck? You just cut me off, y'all. Talking about LeBron, yo. Let's talk a little bit about the Knicks, yo.
It's not a podcast if I don't cut you off, bro.
Of course.
Like,
you're gonna interrupt me in the middle. That's what you do.
That's what I do.
Anyways.
I was watching. I was looking back and I was like, "Yo, let him talk." Like I'm doing right now. I was like, "Yo, let him talk," and I'm gonna be listening to this. Like, "Yo, let him fucking talk."
Hey, this is your show. I'm just a guest.
No. It's your show. The fucking thumbs up came up again.
Yo,
speaking of LeBron and speaking of Orange.
So here's the thing. First I'm gonna apologize to the Knicks fans. I said they were only gonna win one game. They won two, so so congratulations. Unfortunately, they forgot their defense. This was some of the worst defense I've seen in a long time.
You know, Christina was like, I was like, the Knicks are playing versus the Pacers again, and she goes, "You mean Jalen Brunson is versus the Pacers again?" Because you know, even Christina is not like a big basketball person, and she could see, she's like, poor Jalen Brunson, bro. Like he's carrying this fucking team, bro. And that's what it was. Offensively, defensively.
Well, no, I mean, because listen, Carl Anthony Towns,
he did
all right in the offensive side,
thing,
but in defense, this motherfucker, he does
might as well not been there, bro.
Nah, he was fouling in situations he did not to be fouling. He couldn't.
It was retarded. Just say it.
Yeah, no, right now what he needs to be doing is he needs to be back in the gym practicing defense. Because if he comes up with this bullshit next year, I don't know. And for the second time in his career, Cat has cost Tom Thibodeau his job. Wow. So because Tom Thibodeau was a coach at Minnesota, he got fired. Cat was there. Now Cat comes to New York. Tom Thibodeau is a coach. He got fired. So, and I'm going to say this. Talking about the Knicks, James Nolan, you're a bitch. This is the you're a bitch fucking episode. I'm going to say
telling you, this is the name of the of this podcast. You're a bitch.
I'm going to say this. You're rich, billionaire. Your daddy built the company, and because he built the company, now you're the owner of the Knicks, the Rangers, and somebody else, I forget. And because of that, listen, Tom Thibodeau has had a winning season the last 4 out of 5 seasons. He took you to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years. That's not a coach that you fire. That's not a coach that you say, he fucked up, let's get somebody new. And the fact that, listen, I'm not a professional sports analyst here, but I watch enough sports, I watch enough shows that I'm not the only one that feels that Tom Thibodeau should not have been fired.
Yeah, I agree with you. If I could interject here.
Of course, yeah. Go ahead.
Because I agree with you. Because even me, who's not an avid basketball watcher, but just being as a sports guy, that's not a coach that you fire if that's what they're doing. If that's the type of turnaround they're making within a team. You know, if it's your first time in 25 years making it into the Eastern Conference Finals, then you're doing something correct, especially if this is a team that's just only offensively built and doesn't have a bench.
Yep.
You know, you created this team off of a 5 people who like don't have any support, didn't have any rest time.
Correct.
You know, because load management is a thing, bro. You got to swap these players. You got to also have a bench, which is where I think OKC and the Pacers excelled in, is they also had a bench team. And to do that, and that's one of the things, because once the Knicks were out, I was like, okay, they have a good foundation now. And with this coach, I feel like they're going to take it to the next round. That's why it came they're going to take it to the next level. That's why it came as a surprise, because I'm like, damn, I thought this was something that they were going to build on. I didn't think this would be a coach who they would let go.
Yep.
You know, yeah, that's where I stand on it, bro. You want to continue?
Yeah, man.
James Nolan is a bitch.
He's a bitch. James
Rich
Nolan,
bitch.
You're a rich bitch. He's still a bitch. Listen, I really don't think there's much to say about the Knicks. Just a little bit of thing. The finals started yesterday. Game 1 was yesterday. No, not yesterday. I'm sorry. The day before yesterday.
Yeah, and in real time today.
No, the game's tomorrow.
Oh, the game's tomorrow?
I don't know why they waited so long.
Yeah, that's weird. Probably because it's the finals.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're trying to milk it out as long as possible.
Oh, but, and they probably don't play on Saturday because Saturday is a fight. It's a lot of fights tonight. There's a UFC tonight.
Is there? Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they probably did it on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me tell you something. I started watching the game, and OKC looked amazing.
They always do.
Yo, but they were dominant to the point where I was like, oh, this is going to be a boring ass fucking series. I went to bed.
Oh, you thought they had it?
That's it. I was like, sweep. Easy. And then fucking Halliburton did it again. He fucking did it again.
And I saw that in real time, bro. That shit was disgusting.
Listen, when I woke up, I picked up my phone and I started to see all the fucking people talking about it. I was like, nah, this is bullshit. And I saw the video. I was like, this motherfucker. This I
He's
can't.
different, bro. He's clutch. He's clutch. That's what he is.
He's clutch. He's still a bitch. I
still don't like his face.
I don't like him. I don't like, when he's losing, he's a baby. When he's winning, he wants to fucking show off.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
He's a bitch. Halliburton, you're a bitch. Yo, we might get death threats.
You know what's so funny? I had like real time notes on the Knicks.
Okay.
Cat with the fouls.
Yeah, look at that.
Pacers far bigger than the Knicks.
Whoa, pause.
That's important though in basketball, bro. You know what I mean, bro.
Gotcha.
And then I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a double dribble get called in basketball. That's so funny because that happened.
Yeah. Okay.
Giving up a lot of turnovers. Yo, that was real time, bro. Real time notes on like one of the basketball games. And that was like a summary of the problems that the Knicks were having, bro.
Yep.
It's so upsetting. But this, you know what? I'm kind of like excited. Like, I don't know. I like good matchups. And I don't know why basketball fans have this thing of wanting big market teams to be in the finals. I like good matchups, and OKC versus the Pacers is a very good matchup, bro. And that's what makes shit exciting, bro. They might be small market teams, bro, but just to watch, you still got Shai Gillis,
SGA.
You got SGA. You got Halliburton. You still got superstars on each team. They may not be LeBron. They may not be Steph Curry, but they're stars within their own rights, and I think people should be excited about that.
I get you. And I mean, listen, what the Pacers did on game 1 hasn't been done in 182 other games where the team is winning by 9 points within the last 3 minutes of the game.
Damn.
So 180.
They do that a lot.
182 other games. Everybody that was losing lost. The Pacers did it. So it was. Listen, it made it a series. So now I believe is interesting. Now I kind of want to watch because how is OKC going to react on the next game? Are they going to come out and make a statement? Are they going to be sluggish because they were winning? Because I think that's what happened to the Knicks. That game 1 loss trickled all the way down.
Yeah, fucked up the energy.
Because, had they won game 1, it would have gone 7. Because if everything would have played out the way it played out, the game would have gone to 7. So, and then game 7, anything can happen.
Fuck, that was a 14-point lead, right? With 2 minutes left.
Yep. So
that shit still hurts.
It does.
Still feels weird.
Can't even talk about it. And I'm not really a basketball fan, but if the Knicks are in, we got to root for the Knicks.
You got to root for the Knicks.
They're no longer in, so fuck them.
But fuck them. And shout out to Tom Thibodeau. He tried.
Listen,
he tried his best.
The best thing he's going to do, he's going to go to another team. He's going to take them to the conference finals. He may even win the whole thing, and then he's going to stick it to James Nolan. Just give him a finger.
Karl Anthony Towns, bro.
You're a bitch.
You're a bitch. You got bitch legs, bro. Go to the gym. I don't know what it is with his legs. Like, I feel like he's built his upper body more than his legs, and his legs are suffering because of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is why you have knee problems, bro. And if you don't fix that imbalance and create that foundational stability for your big upper body, you're gonna fuck up your basketball career. And you're probably not listening. You're probably not one of the 2.5 viewers that we have. 1.5 now.
For sure, 1.5.
But I hope this gets out to you. I'm gonna clip it up and make sure it gets out.
Yo, we send it to Dave Portnoy. We send it to Cat.
Yeah, bro. You're a bitch.
You're a bitch. Yo,
Yo, we were on one today, bro. We're just calling everybody out, fam.
Everybody out.
I do want to do a quick shout out to, like, one of the things I wanted to talk about last podcast, bro, is wifey took me out on a date.
Oh shit. Oh my God. Did she wine and dined you?
She wine and
then
dined
69'd
me,
you?
and then 69'd me, bro. Ooh. For real, bro. I felt I got courted. I felt like the bad bitch.
Oh.
Like, I was like, whoa, is this what it feels like? No, but in all seriousness, we you know, we found found the babysitter. We found a babysitter. I mean, my niece and my sister. You know, so we took the baby over there. We had a night to ourselves, and also the day after. The night I'm not gonna talk about so much because it wasn't anything spicy. I mean,
Hey, he wasn't stiff.
We got in a we got in a little bit of a tiff. You know,
It started good and it just went. Whoop,
yeah,
whoop,
but it picked up that morning because you know the baby was cool. She was fine. She slept over. Me and her had like a moment to ourselves. We regathered ourselves and we went out to dinner. Well, we didn't go out to dinner. We went out to like lunch. Yeah. But it was like it might as well have been a dinner. So we went to this spot in Surfside in Hollywood.
Okay.
Right? It's called Why Not. Yeah, shout out to Why Not. The restaurant is called Why Not. This is not
what kind of restaurant is it?
I didn't get paid. It was a seafood and steak restaurant.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, we started off with she started off with some pineapple juice.
Yo, you
Wake up. What is this, an alarm?
Nah, that's the bathroom. Oh. Somebody's showering.
Oh, somebody's showering.
See, this is the problem when you're doing it in your own home. There's going to be sounds that come in, and I guess somebody's showering because, you know, we do have a little party that we need to get to soon.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yo, but before we get
hold on.
Yeah, tell us your story. I'm sorry,
let me finish. All right, so shout out to Why Not, bro, because we started off with some lamb chop lollipops, bro.
Oof.
So, yo, cooked them medium rare. The fucking steak was falling off the bone, bro. It was well seasoned. It was amazing, bro. And then right after that, the main course came. I had a 16-ounce ribeye steak with some onion rings and some truffle fries.
Truffle fries.
And then yeah, it was fire, bro. And then Christina got some ganaki, bro. That ganaki.
You mean? I don't think that's how you say that.
I know that's not how you say it.
Isn't it nochi?
It's gnocchi.
Gnocchi?
Yeah, but I call it that ganaki, bro. She had that ganaki with the clams. She had ganaki with the clams, bro.
Ganaki with the clams.
Yeah, she loved it. She loved it. And bro, and it was just an amazing time, and the view was nice. We were outside eating, no bugs, no anything. The weather was nice. It was beautiful, bro. I just wanted to say that because I had a great time, and it's worth putting it out there.
Yeah, Christina.
And I want to go again. So
do it
shout
again.
out to my baby.
Do it again. Yo, transition. We didn't talk about this before the pod.
Did we talk about why you talk like you're doing ASMR?
Nah, I don't. We kind of. I just feel like I'm loud sometimes. So if I talk normal, my wife always says that I'm loud. So I kind of lower my voice so that I'm not sounding overly loud on the pod.
Fuck it, just be animated sometimes.
Just be
bro.
like myself. All right.
Yeah, just be you, bro.
All right. So listen, I had an embarrassing moment happen to me.
Where? When?
Recently. I'm not gonna say exactly where, but it was pretty embarrassing. That I didn't know what to do. By the way, we're kind of over here a little entertained because my son decided to come down the stairs. Shout out to Josh.
Shout out to Joshy.
Wearing his FIU shirt. You know, shout out. You know, shout out to him. He can't open the door. He's
opening the gate.
Okay. Shout out to him.
We're the voice in his mind right now, narrating his life.
That's what we do. Anyways, I was out a public place. Okay.
How long ago was this? You said
like less than a week ago.
Okay.
And I was wearing these light gray cloth pants, and I have to say this because it's gonna make sense. And I was drinking water, and I spilled like a bunch of fucking water.
Oh.
Like, and I'm not even talking about like splashes. I'm talking about like on my pants.
On your crotch area.
Like, I'm talking about like, it looked like I fucking full on peed myself.
Had an accident.
And then I got so mad because your sister, my wife, she's like, nobody's going to be looking down there.
Whoa.
But then I'm like, that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna be embarrassed if somebody does happen to look.
Exactly.
And
if somebody's gonna look, you have a big spot on your pants.
dude, it looked like, I swear to God, I peed myself for days. That's how much water I dropped.
Damn.
And then the problem is, because the pants were cloth, that shit was not fucking drying. So then I'm sitting there like a bitch, just holding myself, kind of like, hold me, baby. And
Damn.
but she didn't get the embarrassment that it is for a man, because I've never had that happen to me where I peed on myself.
Come on, man. Are we gonna start lying?
No, I've never peed on myself.
You never had the dribbles?
No. You got shit happens where you kind of like.
Oh, you
but
never had the dribbles on some khakis?
Nah. I never had like where I full on peed like on myself. Of course,
okay,
you go to the
I
bathroom and shit happens, but I'm talking about like you just
Yeah.
completely let it all go on your pants, which is exactly what that shit looked like, dog. Like I just fucking just peed myself like an old man. You seen that before? I've seen old people where they
Like
unfortunately have an accident and they kind of like, you see the accident.
Yeah. You had the stain all the way down.
No, it's all the way like
one of those.
Yeah, dude.
That spread. Oh, I thought it was like one of those that spread down.
No. It was literally like the whole fucking spot.
The mid section,
like the head, the hole where my crotch is, and it was like exactly where the crotch area was. And I was like, yo, I was so embarrassed.
That's embarrassing as fuck.
Luckily, I had a chair. I sat down. I didn't fucking get up till it was time to go.
Till you dried up.
And it took forever because again, them pants were cloth and that shit took forever. But she didn't understand why I was embarrassed. I was like, yo, someone's gonna look, and then they're gonna think I peed myself, and that's their thought. This motherfucker peed himself. I don't know. Something about me can't fathom somebody else thinking that I peed myself.
You peed yourself. Like somebody knows you're a superstar. You're like, I have a podcast. I can't be seen. I can't be seen peeing myself.
Can you imagine this motherfucker scrolling to YouTube and all of a sudden he sees, oh shit,
that's the guy that
peed himself, and then he writes a comment, yo, I saw you that you peed yourself the other day.
That's funny. That'd be exactly how he found you. That'd be funny.
Dog.
I actually have a story when I have peed myself recently.
What the fuck?
Like within the last 2 years.
Okay.
I can finally come out and say this story.
He's free.
I'm free. I've told Christina the story, but this shit is so embarrassing.
Okay.
One time, I think it was the night where right before we went to Hard Rock with everybody. Remember, it was me, you.
Wilson's birthday.
Yeah. We were at Wilson's house first, right?
Yes.
All right. You want to know something? I peed myself that night. I went out with piss khakis, bro.
Oh my god!
I went out with piss khakis. Now here's how it happened. Guys tell the story this way. They tell the punchline and then they build you up back to how the punchline.
Of course,
bro. So this is how it happened. I went into pee, and what happened was I was texting and peeing at the same time. So what I didn't see is that like my pants had done some weird shit with my underwear where the flap was sticking more out than it usually is. So I don't know, something happened or like I don't know what happened, but I was peeing on the toilet, but some pee was going somewhere else. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going on, to be honest. I wasn't peeing in two different directions. I don't even know how to explain it because I don't even know what happened to this day. I just know that when I start pulling my pants up, there's just like mad pee on my khakis. I'm like, fuck, bro. And these are khakis, and these are like
a thick cloth.
Like a thick cloth khakis. I'm like, oh my God, bro. So I'm like, I can't go out with this pee. So I add water on top of the pee. So it's not smelling like piss. So now I have not only like, I was like, it's already wet. I already have to wait for it to dry.
Yeah.
I was like, I might as well like clean it up, you feel me, and wipe the pee off or something. Try to clean the pee off.
Yeah.
So I'm just sitting there in the bathroom. That's why if you guys like, I don't know if you remember, but that time I was in the bathroom for so long and everybody was like wondering what was wrong with me.
Yeah.
Because I had fucking peed fucking pants, bro.
Yo, just to add a little to that story, it was my other brother-in-law's birthday, and we were gonna go to a club. I don't know, fucking the motherfucker's almost 40. He wanted to go to a club, a young people's club too. But he wanted a pregame before we went to the club because we wanted to do clubbing on a budget.
Are we talking about the same night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's why we went to his house first. Because we went to pregame.
Yeah.
Because we went to, we want to go clubbing on a budget. We're not popping bottles. We did that already. We popped bottles. We were VIP. We did all that shit. We just wanted to go listen to some music, enjoy some drinks.
Just vibe.
But we didn't want to break the bank either, So we decided to go to his house, do a little pregame, and I guess maybe you may have had a few before.
I may have had a few, yeah,
just
I probably
a few,
did.
And that added to the whole picture of you texting and peeing while maybe being a little buzzed.
That is true. I was a little buzzed.
Okay.
I was a little buzzed.
Because that's important. Listen, that's important. Because when you're drunk or when you got a little buzz going,
a little careless going on.
A little bit, you just need to pee. You're just getting it out. Sometimes that's why after you have a drunk night, you pee all over the floor and shit. As long as it's out of your body, it doesn't matter where it goes.
It's true.
All right. So, sorry. This is a bro pod.
This bro is a bro pod. Transition.
Okay. Hippa bitch. That's what we're calling it, right?
I thought it was your bitch.
You're a bitch.
Because that's what we called everybody so far. All right, real quick before we go.
Damn, he's trying to fucking close this up.
What time is? Oh wait, hold on. What time is it? How long have we been doing?
An hour and a half, dog.
All right. Before we go.
All right.
What is like one thing that you can raw dog, like not have cigarettes, not be drinking, or not have coffee? Like I know you can't have coffee. I know you can't work without having coffee.
Yep.
Beforehand. I know you probably can't party without having a few drinks. I know you can't probably you need maybe or does everybody know you smoke?
No, bitch, you just putting out my fucking thing out there, dog.
Damn, my bad. He doesn't smoke. I smoke weed.
This guy's.
Am I the feds? Yo, do we have to bleep that?
For sure, dog.
Really?
Wait,
does Josh know?
Josh knows, but
okay.
But everybody out there doesn't know.
Oh shit!
The world doesn't know.
Oh, okay. Who's the world? The 2.5 viewers?
Yeah. Just don't fucking decide that that's the part you're gonna cut and put in the fucking IG.
Wait. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm not gonna clip this, but I can't cut it. I may be able to beep it. I might be able to bleep it.
Yeah, you can probably do it. Especially now you're gonna have a Mac to play around with. So
I could probably bleep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck were we talking?
Oh yeah. What can you raw dog in life? You know what raw dogging is?
Like without needing any
stimulation,
any substance stimulation.
Like, all right, can you raw dog a flight? Because I can't raw dog a flight. Like, I have to take an edible. I have to take my pen. Oh wait, airlines. I do not take my pen.
Damn you!
I'm snitching today, bro. I feel like Tekashi 6ix9ine, bro.
Shit.
I'm so sorry.
This guy is all over the place.
I feel like Tekashi.
This fucking. Oh man, I don't even know what to say. I'm insulted right now, dog. You say snitches get stitches.
I snitch on myself though, so
you snitching on everybody, bitch. You've been snitching on me whole fucking pop.
Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. I didn't know, bro. I didn't know what's off limits. You see, this is what we do podcasts for, so you know where the boundaries lie.
Since the beginning, his fucking snitching. I think it was like the first 5 minutes. I was just like, I was like,
what did I say?
I'm not gonna fucking say it, bitch. I'm not gonna snitch on myself.
All right, but can you raw dog?
I always raw dog. That's why I got 2 kids.
Disgusting. Josh, don't listen to this.
That's why I have 2 kids. I always raw dog.
Oh, all right.
Anyways.
All right. No. Is there something that like you could do that without raw dog? Is there something in life that you're able to do that you normally like wouldn't raw dog?
I mean, you mentioned flying. I don't need to drink to fly. Especially if it's like a early morning flight.
Wait, so you could raw dog a flight?
Yeah. Listen, I'm very good about having entertainment on my phone and
no entertainment either.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Serial killer style then. Like it's like no.
Like I could raw dog the gym. I could say I could raw dog the gym. Like,
wait, you go to the gym, you don't listen to music, you don't listen to shit?
I could do it. That doesn't mean I don't do it. I could do it, but most of the time I do it. But there's been times where I genuinely decide to leave my headphones in the thing and then just be one with my mind, like see how far my mind can take me.
I got something. I can have a conversation with my wife without any.
No. You're lying because I know you prep yourself with a few drinks right before you have those conversations.
All right, Josh is leaving.
Josh,
bye,
where
Josh.
you going? Are you going to the thing? You're going early?
Nah, he never goes. He's about he goes somewhere else and then meets us there. He's going to the other side of Kendall.
Josh, you think you can bring my family back? Because I got a haircut appointment at 4:30.
He's not coming back up.
He's not going to the thing?
Yeah, but he's not coming back up right away.
Oh.
He's going somewhere else after that.
Oh.
Maybe you can ask Juju.
I might ask Juju.
If she drives, I don't know, because she might drive with me.
I might ask Juju. Yeah, I got a haircut appointment, bro, and I try to get it as early as possible, but
yeah, you did it too late.
We have a lot. Yeah, we have a lot of things. Friday I couldn't. I had to Uber Eats yesterday.
But listen. I think I can definitely have a conversation with my wife and sometimes some of those can definitely be like, okay, here's what happens. I won't use substance before, but I sure as hell would be after. Yeah. And I think that's what I do. I think I want to.
You can't raw dog it because you need it afterwards.
Of course, no, because while I'm doing it, I'm not intoxicated.
I guess. So that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. So while I'm having the conversation and or the discussion, I don't need anything. But you sure as hell know that after that conversation's over, I'm reaching for something.
I'm gonna need something.
Something
for sure.
Because I'm gonna need to blow up whatever steam I need to blow out. And this again, if it's some sort of tough discussion or argument or something like that. But listen, I can't do anything else without coffee. I need coffee. I need a coffee to just deal with you when you fucking came in this morning.
What the fuck did I do?
Nothing. Just show up. I just need fucking coffee to deal with people.
Oh, you see?
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's what we need things. All right. What are some things that you can't raw dog? That I think that's a better question.
That I can't?
Yeah, I can't raw dog like work. Oh shit.
This motherfucker snitcher.
Yo, I have no.
This is the Leo and Tekashi show.
Yo, for real, bro. Who am I, bro? I'm not even. At this point, I'm not even snitching. I'm just undercover at this point. I'm Donnie Brasco, bro. I'm Johnny Depp, bro. Holy shit. Yo, what the fuck, bro? I'm undercover in this bitch, bro.
Since we hit record, this motherfucker's been just snitching, just saying
on some, bro. I'm Jordan Belfort, bro.
Nah, listen. Again, I just to function, I need coffee. If I go,
yeah, that's what I meant for work. I need coffee too. I can't raw dog work.
Yeah, of course. That's what we're talking about. So I need coffee to survive. There's certain things like we're going to a party. Just to put it out there. We're not gonna mention whose party or where, but I know that at this party, I almost guarantee that it's going to be a dry party. That because the person hosting doesn't like alcohol and therefore doesn't supply alcohol to their guests.
That's true, but there's an important thing. There's an important piece of that missing that makes it like acceptable.
Nah.
Yes, there's an important piece. Well, not if you're Latino.
Exactly. What are we?
We're Latino.
It is a kid's party. That's what he's trying to say.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a kid's party. But listen, if you are a Hispanic, Latino, regardless of what it is, fucking birthday, marriage, funeral, anything, there's alcohol.
Drinks.
There's alcohol, period. You just to be around people, we are anxious people. We have a lot of anxiety. We have a lot of this childhood trauma that was caused by our parents. We need to have alcohol when we are in social gatherings. Period.
That's true.
Okay, so if you don't have it,
That's true.
But guess what? I said, okay, good. Look, I don't need you to supply me with my supply. I want to take my own. You might be having a dry party, but I'm not gonna be enjoying a dry party.
Facts.
So I'm gonna take my own little beverages to make sure I keep cool, especially because it's at a park, so it's hot. Listen,
It's gonna be
it's
hot as
hot as it's gonna go up to 93 degrees today. Outside. So
That's disgusting.
water ain't cutting it, dog.
Water's gonna have to cut it for me. I'm gonna have cotton mouth. If you know what I mean.
Whoa. Inside?
Pause. Huh?
Inside? You busted?
You don't know what cotton mouth is?
I know.
Why you gotta make it gay?
I don't know, because yesterday you went and they put a shot in your ass.
Yo, I got a hot take. No, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before they put a shot in my ass. It wasn't yesterday. All right, get your facts straight.
All right,
Yo,
all right.
I have a hot take.
Okay.
All right. Because I was scrolling and I saw Drake and his baby mama like side by side. And then I just had like an immediate like just reaction. I was like, bro, Drake is such a sicko, or maybe not a sicko, depending how you see it, that I'm pretty sure that he'd plan another baby with the same baby mama just to keep it all like in the family. He's like, well, I already have one with you.
Yeah.
I might as well continue having them with you if I want to have more.
Might as well.
And I feel like that's what's going to happen.
If he's already
mark my words.
If he's already paying her for the one, why not?
That's exactly my reasoning. I'm like, mark my words, bro. If I'm gonna have more kids, I might as well have them with the same woman.
Correct.
And then that way, they could be full brothers and full sisters, whatever, full siblings.
Yo, I know it's my.
Is that a hot take?
It's my ADD. It is, but I just noticed my fucking
mic is upside down.
It's upside down, and that shit is fucking with me. But listen, I agree. Why? Listen, that actually, as much shit as I talk about Drake, that's actually fucking smart as fuck.
That's smart, right? I would think it's smart.
Because one, listen, although it's a second child, yeah, you're gonna pay more child support, but it's not gonna be as much as if you have to pay a completely different woman. Two, they're gonna be actual full siblings.
They'll grow up together.
Correct. So they're not going to be having to, be like, oh, that's my half brother. No, it's gonna be that's my brother.
That's my brother.
And same mom, same dad. And guess what? I mean, at the same time, oh shit, yo, what second time again?
Second time, bro. Right where we're about to end the fucking podcast.
Why? Right when we're about to climax, yo. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, so just to recap the episode, I'm gonna do an ISO. So is Kid Cudi a rat? I don't think he's a rat. I think Kid Cudi is more of a civilian, a musician. Not so much a rat. Yeah, he told on Diddy. Yeah, he accused Diddy of some heinous things. Yeah, he took the stand where he could have like opted not to take the stand. But is he a rat? I don't know. He was never held to any street standards. Not really to any street standards. Yeah, he did some hip hop, but is he really a rapper?
Nah.
Exactly.
Listen, I gotta say this though. I got a shipment right now, and one of the things that I got are gonna help the pod next time.
Oh yeah.
So this it was productive. The guy was a little aggressive, knocking on my door. What the fuck is it with knock?
The knock? Yeah, maybe it's your door.
My door's a bitch.
Yeah, no. Door, you're a bitch. No, maybe it's your door. It just has that like the type of door that maybe like a FBI would like to knock, and it gives you that.
This is where cops practice.
This is where cops practice for sure. Yeah, that has that vibe for sure.
Yo, damn, I love this, yo. Let me tell you something. Just a little feedback, yo. I'm gonna give my own feedback to this pod because I'm one of the people that watches it.
Yeah.
Okay. I love these conversations, yo. I think that we get a lot of stuff across. I like our chemistry. I like everything. So,
okay.
Oh, yo, you're the one that got a shot in the ass from a dude.
From a woman.
You don't look 100% confident about what you're saying there.
I am.
Anyways, so listen, I do like the chemistry. I do like how we're talking. So shout out to us. I think that you guys need to keep listening. I please share this. Listen. When we post our clips of our favorite moments of the pod, reshare that. Talk about it, dog. Listen, hit me up. Official DJ Leo, that's Get Rich Never Die on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Yo, let us know what you think. Yo, I want your opinions. This is the 3rd episode, so
or not. Fuck your opinion.
Whoa,
we don't give a fuck about what you think.
No, I do.
Okay, this is why we're bridging the gap, because I don't give a fuck. He gives a fuck, and then there's a compromise right here,
somewhere in the middle,
somewhere right there.
So send me your thoughts. Official DJ Lee on Instagram. Send me your thoughts. I'll try to pass it along.
You can send me a thought.
He is a thought.
No, I'm not. I'm retired. I'm a retired thought.
Christina, he's not a thought anymore.
Yeah, bro.
He used to be a thought.
Daganaki was fire. Yeah.
Yeah, he used to be a thought. He's not a thought anymore.
No, I never used to be a thought. There's no proof for that.
That's
no
why
proof of that or for that or anything of the matter.
That's a thoughty thing to say, though.
That is true. Leo, what would you do if I called you and then I just called to say goodnight? It's like 11. It's a weekend. You have off the next day, and I just call you. I'm like, I was just thinking about you, man. I just called to say goodnight. What would you think of me as a man?
You're talking about that trend that's going around of people, right?
Yeah.
I saw that, and
why can't men say goodnight to each other? Are we toxic?
Yeah, for sure. Listen, I think it has to do with the way we were raised. For the most part, guys are supposed to be these. What the fuck?
Every time Leo looks at his watch, that's because there's a knock coming.
I think that's your mom, dog.
That's my mom?
Yeah.
This is so beautiful. This is so perfect. It's because she's going with you guys?
Probably.
No, most likely, yeah. She's not going to drive all the way over there by herself. She don't like doing that. Mami, estamos grabando. Tome asiento. Vamos a terminar. Yeah, we got an audience member, my mommy. Hi, Mom. Oh, my God. I this shit loud as hell.
Yeah.
But I like it. Why wasn't it like this before? This is so clear.
Maybe your headphones were out.
Maybe they were.
Like,
whoa,
we
shit.
had a little bit of a issue with the mic. We disconnected the equipment.
Yeah.
But dog,
We have audience member.
we do.
Shout out
to my wife.
Did she know what I called her last time? Did she watch the
She
whole episode?
watched it, dog. She was offended. Oh, look at that. She was offended. Yo, one day we'll probably bring her on. We'll probably bring Christina on.
Yeah, maybe for sure.
For sure. She can tell us what she thinks about you being a thought or a former thought.
Yeah, there's this. Oh my God. Yeah, this is where like two married men come just to get their just to feel like men again.
Yeah, dog. We talk shit. We talk like men, and then we go back to acting like husbands.
Yeah,
we're a bitch.
Yeah, we're a bitch. So to sum it up, Carl Anthony Towns. Yo, I'm so loud. Why am I so loud in my headphones? Carl Anthony Towns, you're a bitch.
James Nolan, you're a bitch.
Dave Portnoy, you're a bitch. Offset, you're a bitch.
Stefan Diggs,
you're a bitch. Jay and Leo, You're a bitch. That door. You're a bitch.
That's the Fed, yo.
Yeah, that's the
that
Fed.
door is gonna be called the Fed from now on.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yo, this shit was good, man. Please share, subscribe. Official DJ Leo. Get rich, never die. Bridgin the Gap official on Instagram. Go click on the link tree
On Instagram.
Make
It'll
sure to
take you
follow us
everywhere.
on YouTube, TikTok.
Download on Spotify. Download on all podcast platforms.
Do it, dog. So
Download on YouTube.
We're going to see you next time. Send us your thoughts. Send us your opinion. If you have a topic that you kind of want us to talk about, go ahead. Truck drivers, if you're listening, if you see me in the streets, honk.
Honk if you're horny. Shout out to the truck drivers, to the pilots, and to the prostitutes. It's Bridging the Gap, Jay and Leo.
Peace.